Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Check 59. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Switch.
Now a run with Anderson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check three.
Here's 2nd and 8. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll set up a throw, and he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Ready. Blue lady. 552. Wait. Check.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. They'll run it here. This is James White, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight end's right. What? 4 down. Check. 4 down.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Push him back.
Back to throw here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 50-yard line.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I got you. Mike's 59.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a carry for White. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or he can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield, but usually he's not the primary runner, so for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Eluding the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Golladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in. And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week. Excellent focus.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play fake. Winston. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Mike, ready. You ready. Come on.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry here for their fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they're able to execute it successfully on that play.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even wait.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. Odell Beckham, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Vinatieri now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Chiefs 21, Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Anderson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll drop to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Shit! Watch, go, go!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. C.J. Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
3 bud.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Running over the middle by Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second down and inches. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
We can't be stopped.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 48-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Double tight. 3 now. 3. Here we go. Even. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Williams. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Final play of the half here. Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, fellas.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Winston to throw it this time. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
Ready? Wait. 25, check 25.
On play action, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Ben Gideon showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. He finds his man Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to fire one deep. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First down, Chiefs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, QB, come on.
Off the play fake, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Moss. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that these slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a... And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Roosevelt Nix, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now the Steeler offense staying out there. And they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Winston now from the 50. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. 3rd and long for Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock,
really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early? Learn from them.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Galladay. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Slam. You go tank. You got tank. Yeah, you got tank right there. He's crashing. He's checking running.
Again, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Ready? Flag. What is that? I got it. Man left. 3 down. Watch twist. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
First down, Winston. He'll let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw, Winston. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll look to throw. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
59. It's just me.
They'll drop the throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be real tough.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Johnson, the intended target. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 58's the mic.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Kill. Check any weapon.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Room past the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Kenny Golladay. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys